Do you have a horse in your Bazi and want to know what is ahead of you in 2024? Chinese Zodiac Forecast 2024, preparing for the year ahead. That's what's coming here. I mean, it's not only the year of the wood dragon, but also the change into period 9. But that it would be another huge topic in itself. So let's stay with the wood dragon year for now, shall we? And why this could be a really, really important year for you. And for all of us, actually. So this is for you horses out there. You do have a horse in your Bazi, Chinese horoscope. If you are born in the month of June, roughly, during the hours of 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., or in the years 1954, 1966, 1978, 1990, 2002, you get the idea, I guess. So we are already in the wood dragon year now, and we left the water rabbit behind. So how is your transition so far? Let me know in the chat. Mine was rather challenging, complicated, let's say. So how about you? How did you feel the last 2 months? Let me hear, because maybe I was the only one struggling. Who knows? So if you have this animal in your Bazi, and by the way, it is also important where in your Bazi, in your horoscope you have it, but more about that later in this video. And you want to know more or go deeper, there should be a link somewhere down here how to book a consultation with me. So how about we leave 2023 behind us? Whatever happened there is now past, and have a look into what's ahead of us, ahead of the horse in this one. So last year, the water rabbit year, the horse's patience, if they have something like that, has definitely been tested a lot. The rabbit mostly looked out for harmony and wasn't a friend of impulsive decisions. So now with the dragon in the lead, spontaneity is back on the table, and the horse loves that. So having all the freedom, which decision to make, which direction to run, what to choose first, without having to be too considerate of others, well, that's another choice to make here. Isn't that freedom great? Maybe not for all of you horses out there. Some actually struggle with all this freedom that you suddenly have. But yeah, that's also another huge topic. And that depends also of the other animals that you have in your Bazi with your horse. So, there may be some changes this year for you. But actually only if you actively pursue it. So looking out for opportunities means you have to leave the stables. You have to actually go out of your comfort zone. So are you ready for that? Are you willing to do that? That is the question that I want to ask you for this year. Because the dragon will not only help you shine a light on you and your talents this year, also your self-esteem will get a significant push in the presence of this strong zodiac sign. Timing is important here though. Don't wait too long once you have identified a really good opportunity. I mean, this is actually for all of us this year. Opportunities may rise fast, but they also may disappear quite quickly. But nevertheless, do your research and identify if it is a real chance, a scam, or maybe just simply not yet for you. Let's have a little bit of a light and shining a light on the horse's emotions. So when it comes to your emotions, your fire element makes you be quite open about it. You love to share the joy and the excitement, and we all love you back for that enthusiasm. So they also know that it is not good for their inner balance to simply swallow their anger, grief, or sadness. So this oversharing sometimes may be a bit too much for people around you horses, especially when the relationship is not yet that close. This is just who you are, dear horse. Let them accept it or not. So what may cause problems though is that horses usually are not too keen on going deeper into the root causes of their issues. So it gets harder and harder to live with them, maybe. And then it becomes almost unbearable for the horse to deal with challenges or even unravel them. Finding your balance inside and out, dear horse, maybe a lifelong journey, and you would do good to listen more and become aware where those emotions are leading you. This will also help you finding better relationships, making better decisions, and in the end, it will help your well-being all around, and the well-being of your loved ones around you as well, to be honest. Yeah. So also spend a bit more time reading other people's emotions. It's not really your strength, I know, but invest time into that, listening and watching and really feeling into other people's emotions, because this will make you a better parent, a better spouse, and a better business person as well. And another thing, dear horse, you don't always have to play big or perfect. I know you don't want to complain about life and things and love to actually do something about it, or at least prepare a perfect distraction if something's not going that well. But the thing is, if you feel sadness coming up or any other emotion that you don't like, make sure you get help, and at least make sure you're not alone, because you are not. You have heaps of friends who would love to lend you a helping hand. After all, you're a horse. People do love you. Start loving yourself more as well. So 2024 for the horse in a nutshell. It is going to be a dynamic year with highs and lows. Shine on social media. Check if this is your thing. Check on the well-being of your loved ones and yourself. Health-wise, prioritize your diet and address minor health concerns instantly. Don't wait too long, please. And wealth, you need to stay actively involved in financial management. Don't drop the ball. You can't this year. You have to be on top of that. So what might be holding you back? Because it will be a successful year. But what might be in the way? Well, sometimes you may find that there are so many things to do, and you often have the tendency to see everything as being a bit more complicated than they really are. So if you keep doing that, if you keep catastrophizing, if you keep over imagining what could go wrong, all the good stars in your chart are in vain. So please use them. And how do you use them? Action. It is by taking action and making the good things possible. So maybe you feel at times you're too low in energy to get started, and you have to overcome that. And if you need more motivation and ask yourself, how do I stay motivated? Well, dear horse, there is actually no secret to how to stay motivated, how to gain motivation. If something really interests you, there is no motivation issue, is there? So it is about doing interesting things. I can see you, horse. I can see you going, okay, so what is interesting? Tell me, Sandra. I can't tell you. You need to find out, what is it that you are interested in? What is it that brings you joy? What is it that feels light? What is it that you can do for hours without any motivational issues, where you lose sight of time and space within it? So like children, children, when they're playing, they're forgetting time, they're forgetting everything, even food and everything. They have no motivation issues, at least not the little ones. So if they're interested in time, in something that time doesn't exist, exhaustion does not exist for them. Okay, also boundaries does not exist for them. So yeah, that's right. So what do you need to do to counter that lack of motivation? Look for the new. Look for whatever interests you, whatever you find and love, and But as you are looking for the new, don't forget about everything you've achieved so far. Everything, the skills that you've acquired on the path. Your mates that are helping you, who have accompanied you so far. This is quite something. So see if that path that you've taken so far and have taken you here, how can you, maybe you want to speed it up, okay, but maybe you want to make it more effective. What skills do you still need? What are you interested in? Which curve meander can you do to pick up another skill and make it even more interesting? This is the question you should ask yourself, and not how do I stay motivated? No. Ask yourself, what is it that interests me really, and I can incorporate that into the path. Your theme of the year, by the way, let yourself be inspired by the dragon. And then don't forget where you've come so far. Don't put all eggs into one basket. You know what I'm talking about, I'm pretty sure. So now that you've heard that, to go deeper into what is ahead and where it is ahead in your 2024, we have to look into which pillar of destiny you have your horse. Depending on the pillar, this is the area of your life which will be affected by your actions in this year ahead. So do you have it in one of your 4 pillars of destiny? Do you have it in your luck cycle? Which area is affected? For instance, if you have the horse in the month pillar, and I just said before, don't put all eggs into one basket. So the month pillar is about your career, your work performance, your business outlooks, and also your parents, but that's okay. Don't put all eggs into one basket can mean that maybe you need to diversify your income streams. How about a second income stream? How about if you're applying for jobs, don't just go for this one. Look out, what else is there? Maybe something that is a little bit different, but left field, but interests you, and your skills will benefit that company as well. So this is how I would interpret it. Wherever you have the horse, this is where this applies to what I've said before. Does that make sense? Let me know in the chats, please, please, please. I'm looking forward to that. So I hope you are now looking forward to 2024 and to my other videos about more zodiac signs, because remember, you have maybe even 5 different animals which are important to you. And if you know what's coming in 2024, if you are prepared, you know how to handle it. The good, the bad, the ugly, and the magical as well. See you again, dear horse. Or all other signs out there. Bye for now.